I am so excited to share with you this groundbreaking announcement from the Open Voting Consortium. For the first time in history, voters will have the ability to be able to guarantee their vote was counted correctly by viewing precinct spreadsheets which can be compared to their individual ballot for verification. And it will be more convenient, more cost-efficient, more secure, and more transparent. How is this possible? Allow me to explain. Top U.S. scientists have been working to perfect smartphone voting and are now ready to move forward with demonstrations and legislation. Here's how it works. The Secretary of State contracts with a messaging service provider and leases a shortcode which cannot be spoofed. The messaging service provider acts as a virtual mailman and delivers the information and open source software application to voters via text message over a telco wireless network, not the internet. Voters authenticate their identity with their device using their fingerprint or secret code. Voters make selections and cast their ballot. An encrypted ballot image is generated and returned to the jurisdiction for processing through the messaging service provider, and the voter keeps an unencrypted image with ballot ID barcode for their records. When the polls close, the messaging service provider sends a folder with all the encrypted ballots to the public counting center, along with a count of ballots and a list of smartphone voters. The counting center uses the free open source software and its private key to decrypt the ballots, while having no way to link a particular ballot to a particular voter. For demo purposes and for smaller jurisdictions, the ballot images can be printed out and processed like other paper ballots, scanned or even hand-counted. The ballot contents will be publicly displayed along with the ballot ID known only to the voter. The voter can check to see that it's correct in the end-to-end system and can immediately signal that a fraud has occurred if there is a discrepancy. One of the many benefits to smartphone voting is the open source software it utilizes, which is less vulnerable to hacking. And that's why it's used by NASA, the Department of Defense, and the U.S. Air Force. It's publicly owned and able to be inspected, and because it's not proprietary, there's no vendor monopoly, which makes it much cheaper. Another important benefit is its ability to significantly increase voter participation. Voters would no longer be required to take time off work, to travel, stand in lines, etc. Voters would finally be able to know their vote was recorded and counted accurately because they can verify it. Additionally, elderly voters and voters with disabilities or challenges are able to participate more easily with built-in accessibility features such as making selections by voice. There will be no need for provisional ballots, which are often discarded in our current system, leaving millions of Americans disenfranchised. Smartphone voting would save us hundreds of millions of dollars for a number of reasons. The current monopolies enjoyed by the vendors ensures their ability to charge exorbitant prices for the purchase, maintenance, and service of machines. It would no longer be necessary to pre-print ballots in multiple languages, and while they would still be possible, there would be no need for any cost-prohibitive after-the-fact audits which do little to correct any problems anyway. It's time to implement the very important lessons we've learned from past botched elections. The most important of these being to eliminate voter intent issues with perfectly printed ballots, to eliminate problems related to human error such as fatigue, corruption, or negligence, and to eliminate corporate vendors' control of our voting systems to ensure transparency. Thank you for listening. Please visit the Facebook page for the Election Transparency and Security Act of 2018 for more information, to ask any questions, and to show your support for election integrity solutions.